20-year-old game.
Yes, for this 20-year-old game.
Well,
And you can, because
have
it's
to
an
watch.
adventure game, you can go up and use the item on her of the revive egg, and if you do that, she comes back to life, and then she basically berates you. Oh my God, what are you doing? And then she
Little
jumps off a
offense.
cliff and kills herself.
Yep.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, it was a really
Kind of
serious,
a
like LucasArts
tie-in.
adventure games were very silly and humorous for the most part. And I think it was Steven Spielberg helped either produce it or direct it or write like something
I think
on the
so.
creative end. Yeah,
Hmm.
if I remember correctly. And so it had like this very sci-fi, serious sci-fi story.
Yeah.
It was an excellent game. It's
Which
very
I found so
Interesting.
confusing when Boom Blocks came out, and they were like, "Oh, Steven Spielberg getting into gaming,"
Yeah.
That's right.
or
Yeah.
or LMNO,
And
and
that
they were
one
talking about
actually, like, Boom Blocks didn't really make sense. For, like, at least this one had like a sci-fi epic kind of.
It
feel
tied
to it.
in
It
to
felt
yeah.
like Spielberg could have had a hand in it. Boom Blocks was kind of funny.
yeah.
Wow.
And then his son is in the game industry, I think. He works in Montreal, I'm pretty sure.
Spielberg's son?
Max Spielberg. Max Spielberg, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that, because
I believe he's in Montreal.
isn't Tom Clancy's son in Montreal as well?
I don't know.
Yeah, Montreal's quite the hot zone. That's really interesting. So, yeah, that is a pretty extreme example, actually, of suicide. It's still not quite a game that's about the suicide in and of itself. I guess, like, it's just sort of worked again, sort of into part of the storyline.
Yeah, it wasn't like there's
yeah,
not very
kinda
many games
shocking.
where it's like that's like the main part of the game.
Well, and that's kind of the I don't want to say weird, but that's kind of the different thing about Intervision, which we're going to start in a couple minutes here, and it was essentially designed to tackle talking about suicide, tackle the issue of suicide. I can see why no one would want to touch that with a 10-foot pole, especially in that sort of like stark, I'm going to sort of bluntly make my game completely about this type of format. But it's interesting, and I think it was pretty well received. I mean, well, Stephen, I guess I can let you sort of speak to it because you've actually sort of played it before. But like, do you think it succeeds? Do you think we need to like walk through it to see if it succeeds?
We're gonna see it. It's not a. We'll see the whole thing. It's not a very long game, and
Cool.
yeah,
this is a little shorter one. Well, that's probably more interesting, anyways. I mean, a couple things I guess worth noting is so Sunil Rao, I think I'm hoping I'm saying that name right, is actually the developer who made it. And I got some of this off the internet. I mentioned a blog called Jaya's Games, did a nice little write-up on this game in particular. But, supposedly it is about the developer's own sort of dealings with depression, and it sort of came from a very personal place. And that's something that, especially on our team, like we really like making games that come from like some kind of personal place. So this is just maybe a deeper or darker place than we're used to. But yeah, I mean, let's sort of take a look at the game and see how it plays out. It's a serious theme, but the game itself is really cute, as you guys can probably see visually. It's sort of kicking off.
It's interesting because when you play one of these personal games, you always have to keep in mind that it's that designer's story, and it's not necessarily the story of every single person with who's dealt with those problems.
Right.
So,
that's a good point.
Should I? I've got 854.
Yeah, we're good enough, I think.
It's okay.
Okay. So click anywhere to start. Click right here. Oop, I guess I have to click on the text box.
I'm not sure. Is there game music in this game?
There is, but it's pretty low. I'm going to see if I can boost it. Whoa. That's maybe too much.
We'll get this right.
This should be okay. I mean, it's just the music in the background. Yeah. It's coming through the stream. I can hear it.
I'm just saying, I don't know if we can hear our voices over it right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to move the volume mixer over here just so I have it available. There we go. I think that's probably good. It's a funny thing. I think about that every time I watch movies. When you see the random bad guys getting snuffed out. And I just think this person could have had this epic story of struggle and coming up in like a bad environment, or they spent their entire life training in this particular martial art, and then the hero comes and like knocks them out a window, and their screen time is just like a split second, but there's a lifetime to build to that split second, and then they're dead, just gone. I probably shouldn't be smiling when I say that. But it's one of those things that most movies treat so lightly. It's like they never think about everything that this person went through to get to where they were, just to be killed by our hero.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Meaningless deaths. Cheeky spelling.
Are we up for it?
Yeah.
All right.
Always.
So I've clicked the no way, and you just lose the game.
I guess part of the game is you have to be willing to, at the very least, listen to people. That's a good lesson in and of itself.
This music is pretty good.
Yeah, we should see. We'll try to track down links to some of the music as well. I know for a few of the games that we're going to look at tonight, we can actually get the soundtracks as well. If they're available to download, so.
Oh, we put the links. We have the links to the games themselves.
Yeah, we can put up a blog post with everything.
Yeah.
Hello, Miranda.
So at the top it says chances, so you get like a couple chances if you don't do it right.
I guess. I don't really remember.
Looks like.
So Miranda's got a pretty typical scenario, I guess.
So I guess I have to wait a few seconds for the stream to catch up with the rest of you. So what's everyone thinking?
Yeah, so we just got to the option screen because we are lagging a little behind. But it's interesting. Like, for such a simple question, I don't really know what the right answer is, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's a toss-up between 1 and 3 for me.
I don't like telling anyone how to feel though.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's worded in a weird way.
But all of them are platitudes. So I mean, like, I don't think there is any good answer to this one. Okay. I'm leaning towards 1. Okay, I'm just no objections.
Sure.
It is a positive attitude. Actually, I think when I played it, I think I saved everybody. So maybe it would be interesting if we didn't save someone. Actually, no. Let's just try to save everybody.
Yeah.
Can't save everyone.
I'm
Okay.
assuming that it's possible in this game, though, that there is, like, a wrong path. Other than, like, the first one, which is I don't want to help anybody.
This is true. My
I don't think 3 is the right one. It's kind
3 doesn't seem productive to me.
I'm leaning towards 2.
Yeah, I
I think 2. Because I'm like, yeah, I don't know if talking to their parents, they don't sound like very reasonable people.
Number 2 is pretty honest and it avoids any assumptions about the parents, who sound kind of
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, because I mean, like,
You know.
it's like, oh, just talk to them, they'll understand. Like, that's them understanding is a little bit Saturday or what is it, after school special, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thing is, if these were like my really close personal friends, I'd probably be talking to them like more laid back and be using the insults a little bit more generously. But approaching the game as if like especially knowing nothing about the game or anything like that, and not knowing who these characters are, like the most neutral and most positive response is normally what I would go for.
Yeah, but at the same time being like real about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is just a statement of fact that there are others just like her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think 3's fine. That's good. Good choice.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we are right.
We might be good at this.